So, I would like to start off with this video stating that last year was probably the best year of my adult life. I took so many photos that I can't believe that I shot. I would like to thank my partner Ching for being an amazing partner and shooting some amazing B-roll for me. And for everyone who has subscribed to my channel or commented and provided feedback. It means a lot. So let's start off with the Canon F1. Technically, I did not buy this in 2023. I bought this in late 2022, when I knew I was looking at investing into shooting film and trying something different. The Canon F1 is legendary for its resistance to both time and the elements. Made of a metal body, this camera is known to be a beast. However, mine was not. It broke on the mountain pass between Queenstown and Wanaka, leaving me without a solid 35mm camera. I managed to secure another one, but it had issues with the shutter curtains and needed a CLA. The lesson here is that with this camera, don't expect that any camera, no matter the reputation, does not mean it is impervious to fault. That being said, the feel of this camera and its light meter are the reasons why I went ahead and got a second camera. Some things to note. If you want to use a non-FD lens on this camera with an authentic lens mount, you are not going to be able to use the internal light meter. The reason being is that the lever inside the camera does not connect to the other mount, so therefore the aperture blades do not work properly in the light meter. If you want to shoot more quickly, this may be a problem for you. Next on the list is my Mamiya 645. Again, I believe I bought this camera in late 2022, but it was right at the end of the year, so I'm counting it on this list. How do I feel about this camera a year after buying it? Well, the answer might shock you, but I'm really not a fan. I actually use this camera the least out of all my medium format cameras, but for one main reason. I don't like the prism finder, and the idiot that I am, really didn't understand the difference between the finders when I was going ahead to buy this camera, as it's difficult to acclimate quickly to medium format systems without people providing you the right detailed insights. And I did not pay attention to the information that was on the listing as much as I could have. Originally, I was only going to buy one medium format camera for the year, but then I saw an awesome deal and I ended up buying this Mamiya RB67, which I picked up for a steal of a price, as a friend of mine linked me to the listing and I decided to pounce on it with several others missing out. This camera was what I was looking for in a medium format camera. A large viewing window so I can easily see my composition. This gives me the ability to really see all the detail in the shot before I go ahead and take it, which my 645 and my other cameras really just don't provide. This by far is my favorite medium format camera, and easily I get my most favorite images on this. And even with its large size, this camera has traveled with me a fair bit across the islands. In April last year, Ching bought for my birthday the Canon 7, as I really wanted to try a rangefinder camera. The Canon 7 had a bit of a light leak issue, and I ended up getting its light seals replaced. And well, as you can tell by the tape on this camera, it's still having issues with its light seals. Even more so this time, as a new and much worse light leak has appeared when I was using this camera in Japan, and it destroyed one of my roll of Harman's new color film. I realized that after using this camera for a while, I'm not the biggest fan of rangefinders, but some of the images I've shot on this camera have been some of my favorites from 2023. When I have a moment, I'm going to attempt to reseal the light leak, as I will use this camera when my Canon F1 is not in use for a different project. next camera I picked up isn't something amazing, and I only managed to put one roll through the entire year. But this is a gimmick camera and it's supposed to be fun. And I did get some really cool 3D-esque images, including some of my friends and some shots at my mate's wedding. I do plan to get more out of this camera in 2024. The final camera I bought for 2023 was the Mamiya C220. I really wanted to be able to shoot in the square format, and I couldn't afford a Hassie, so I opted for this instead, and it's probably my second favourite medium format camera to use, and has taken some of my favourite photos last year, including this one in Japan. Like the Mamiya 7, it has a large viewfinder, but due to its design, it's a lot more travel friendly, which is one of the main reasons why I took it overseas to Asia. Whilst over in Japan, my camera bag managed to break and drop this camera, which caused me a bit of an issue like this, where the leaf shutter lens stopped firing on time, which, don't worry, I got fixed. But I'll leave this video here, as there will be a sequel to this video. Anyway, until next time, it's been real, guys.